welcome everyone to Annapolis, Maryland and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, squaring off with another team from the AAC, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. We'll kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Navy's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll run the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. So Tulane's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this...
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Navy offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. He gets it away from his own end zone. Running it back, it's Williams. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
At the 33. Good enough for a first down.
He's going to pass. Got him downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone.
That's a first down for the offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Brings up second down.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Touchdown.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with two top 25 teams locking horns. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Chapman.
They're up by 7 over Texas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Looking for a man. It's Horvat. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Going up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes the offense on second down.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
On third down, going up top. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Finds his man. It's Chapman. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Navy Marine Corps Memorial.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to take a shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tulane. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21, Navy, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Back to throw, it's Horvath. Using the quick game.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
At midfield, he's got room. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down, now here they come again. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Goes to the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Navy quick to the line. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Pulls it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Navy!
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down, able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He got it, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Navy offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah,
and he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air, it's Horvath. Throws to the wideout. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.